What's going on, guys? Robert here from PlayAllTheThings, bringing you the oh-so-obvious Black Ops 3 gameplay, because every channel on YouTube that posts Call of Duty is uploading this right now. But today got some gameplay with the MR6, the first pistol that you get, because I just wanted to give it a go and put some silencer on it for some James Bond action. Actually, I think I'd rather have a long barrel. I think it was just the only good attachment I had for it at the time, but wanted to see how good it was. Ended up being pretty good, and this migrating host takes a little while, so I tried to cut out as much of it as I could. But won't be talking about the gameplay too much, even though this kind of score is it's a bit lower than what I'd normally like to upload. But considering I was in the game for like only 2/3 of it, I thought it was a pretty good score, some pretty entertaining gameplay. So that is that. But what the point of the video is just sort of to give some sort of, not analysis. It's a bit too early in the game. Game's been out for like 3 or 4 days, so. Still getting to grips with these maps. It's terrible, but yeah. So not so much of analysis because the game's not been out long enough to give a proper analysis. Just sort of like a first impressions video because the first live session that we did post, it wasn't really much of a first impressions. It was more like, you know, we have the game because we just basically lobby surfed, played a bit of zombies, some private matches to get a feel for the controls. That was basically it. Nothing really much happened. Didn't give much of an impression. So that's what this video is about. First impression, and the first impression of the game is we definitely like it. We do like it a lot. I mean, I can't really speak for the Javormi 5 because I don't know his full opinion yet, but no, I definitely like the game. It's very good. It's very new, very fresh. I mean, didn't really play Advanced Warfare at all, and same with Ghost. So my most recent Call of Duty that I can really comment on is Black Ops 2, and it's definitely a huge step up from Black Ops 2, as in, like, it's very different, but in comparison to Advanced Warfare, I've seen a bit of gameplay, and the jumping mechanic, the whole sort of new-ish style that Call of Duty seems to be going down, has definitely calmed down a lot from what I could see, which is what I hear most people that they wanted out of Advanced Warfare. They wanted that sort of thing to stop being so centralized, and so, you know, that's what they did. You know, the jumping isn't that. It's not as ridiculous as it was, put it that way. It's pretty calmed down. It's pretty fun. Still pretty fun to do. And I really wish I got this gravity spike off. God damn, that was going to be a triple. No. Oh, well. But it's just one of those. But so, yeah. So the few things we're going to be going over. And this game is obviously definitely like it. First impressions, very good. A few things to go over. First and foremost, in no particular order, but first thing, the gun balance seems pretty good. I can't really comment on it too much because the game's not been out long, like I said, about 3 or 4 days. So you can't really comment on the gun balance because no one has all the guns yet. So, you know, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, the guns that were really dominant, like MP7A and 94, they were late unlocks, so don't know if that's going to be the case in this game. I have no idea. Let's see how it pans out. But for the most part, for now, seems to be pretty good. There's nothing that's blindingly overpowered. There's a couple of dominant guns, like I think the KN-44, the assault rifle, the first one, and then the Kuda SMG, but they're the first guns you unlock, so it's not surprising that people are using them more than the others, because obviously, you know, the gun you first use, the gun that you're using to get a feel for the game, you can get all the attachments for fairly quick, you know, getting the feel for the game with them, so you're probably going to stick with them for a little bit, but and that's that. So the gun balance is pretty good. The perk balance, there's nothing that's too anything. The perks usually in this game, they're actually quite simple. They do like 1 or 2 things, and they're not really that overall, like, they don't impact your game too much. Like, there's one that gives you 75 extra points for your score, like your score streaks. It's not really anything too ridiculous. It's just sort of there because it's there, you know. They're very niche based. I feel they're very like they're very one-trick ponies, most of the perks, which is good. That means that they're not going to be too centralizing, like, you know, Assassin Pro, which basically did everything to do with radar, which was ridiculous. There's nothing like that, so that's good. The kill streaks and the supers. The kill streaks, from what I can tell, they're not OP in the slightest thing. The wraps are pretty crazy, but I think they're quite easy to counter because flak jacket works on them, and you can shoot down the ship that they come out of, and you can shoot them, and they're not too centralizing. Everything else I think seems fine. There's nothing too ridiculously broken. And the supers, I was a bit worried about them because coming off Destiny, supers are basically an instant win button, you know. They're very, very centralizing because everyone's going to get them. Everyone's going to have their instant win button. In this game, they're not centralizing at all, I've found. I don't get killed by supers very often. If I do, it's probably because the guy had good aim, because most of them require good aim to work. So that's what's what with them. They're not too centralizing, but they're fun to use. They're definitely very fun and very unique, and they add an element to the game which is great, and they don't take away from anything, I feel. So they're pretty cool. I like them. The maps are pretty good for the most part. There's only one or two that I don't quite like because they're very campy. I think Stronghold and Metro, the two that spring to mind. Just from my experience, you understand that they're just a bit campier. But the rest of them are pretty fine. This one, by the way, Combine. First small map in COD history that I actually like playing on. It's crazy. I never thought I'd like a small map, but here we are. Hated Nuketown, hated Hijacked, and you know, those sorts of maps. And here we are with this one. It's actually pretty good. I like it. It's awesome. So that's basically the game. You know, it's pretty good. I can't see too many problems. One problem I can see is the spawn system. It actually made me stop playing Kill Confirmed as a result, because it seems like, you know, whenever I'm playing Kill Confirmed, usually this game obviously doesn't show it, but it seems like when I go for a tag, there's like 3 extra people just waiting by it. I can kill 3 people. There'll be another guy to finish me off. It's kind of crazy. So the spawn system's kind of mad, but apart from that, you know, that's just my experience. I'm not saying it's specifically mad, but it's my experience. But apart from that, the connections are still kind of rough, but I imagine that will only get better with time. You know, the servers are sort of mature, but that's for another day. But anyway, the gameplay is over, 28-7 after only 2/3 of the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys some other time. Take care.
My chest, train my mind so I forget. Sink your teeth into my bones, dig me out, then fill the hole. Tear me apart, and watch it burn. Tear me apart, and watch it burn. All that's left is a window to my soul. Come and get it.